Finding receipts of fancy restaurants, clothes, and other lavish purchases can be a red flag that your partner is cheating on you. But according to a study by creditcards.com, they may be doing it alone. President and founder of Coto Insurance, Vicki Gunvalson, says financial infidelity comes in many forms.
When you are the breadwinner, let's say for instance, and you are hiding money, sneaking money, spending money on things that your partner doesn't know, that's infidelity in my book. And I think if you're in a relationship, of any relationship, you have to have full knowledge of what's going on with the money.
The study shows financial infidelity on the rise, with 44% of people saying they're hiding a bank account, debt, or spending from their partner. Howard Dvorkin, CPA and personal finance expert for Debt.com, tells us why it tends to happen.
The reason why financial infidelity occurs is poor communication between the parties and also trust. They don't want to let the other party know how they're spending their money to avoid maybe a fight. There's also somewhat of a power struggle in relationships. Maybe one party controls the money and they're deemed to have the power, and the other party doesn't have any power.
8 ways to tell if your partner is cheating on you financially are: if they refuse to talk about credit cards, debt, and personal finances; they guard or are possessive of the mailbox; they refuse to share credit report information; they engage in other addictive behaviors such as gambling, shopping, drugs, or alcohol; they hide purchases, credit card statements, or take out secret loans. If any of these tips sound familiar, it may be time to run a credit report and start a financial conversation.
You know, I've been cheated on. It's a terrible feeling. It's an insecure feeling. If you are the breadwinner and you find out that your spouse is taking money from the accounts and opening up a separate account, you know, you've got to cover yourself. You've got to expose the situation and have a conversation, whether it's through counseling or whether it's through one-on-one.
Gunvalson says if financial infidelity is discovered in a relationship, all hope is not lost. Through communication, honesty, and change, recovery can happen. At that point, Dvorkin recommends having frequent financial conversations with your partner.
You should review these credit card statements or bank statements on a monthly basis and maybe discuss why there are some differences in those statements, or ask simple questions.
One staple piece of advice that Gunvalson gives her clients can prevent financial infidelity.
I think for me, being a woman advisor, 32 years now in the business, I've seen it all. I've seen the men cheating, I've seen the women cheating, I've seen financial illiteracy, where they say, well, I'm not going to care about it because my husband's handling it. And then they pass away, or they leave them. And here they are at 50 years old going, I never had a checkbook, I never had a credit score, I never had anything. And so my advice for anybody, whether you're male or female, is get involved. Know what your budget is, know what the salary is, know what you're spending your money on. You know, and a lot of people, the breadwinner, think it's their money and they don't have to disclose it. And I disagree. If you're in a relationship and you're committed and you have children, you have a family together, and one doesn't work, you got to know what's going on.
For more news and information, subscribe to Debt.com's YouTube channel. And if you need help getting out of debt or have questions, visit Debt.com today.